Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my flipping series. How you all doing today? This is episode 2 officially. If you haven't seen the introductory episode or episode 1, I'd highly recommend going and checking them out. They'll be in the playlist that this video is attached to. Anyway, moving on from that, I'm going to presume you've already watched the first 2 videos, and I'm going to crack on with episode 2. So as you can tell from our chat log, we can see that one of our trimmed armor sets has already sold. Now I've been pretty busy, to be honest with you, I finished rendering the video this morning in relation to episode 1. So this is straight afterwards. Now I went ahead and bought myself some armor sets overnight, and some of them came through, which is pretty nice to be honest. As you can see here, we have a few things in the bank. You'll also notice that the screen size is a little different. Now someone did actually comment and said that it would be a lot easier to see the Grand Exchange stuff whilst it's in fixed mode, and I completely agree with that. So I have actually changed it over to fixed mode. Now I am recording on the old school RuneScape client here, so you won't see any pop-ups and stuff for overlays. If you guys prefer the overlays and stuff, and obviously the graphical sort of improvement that you get, please do let me know, and I'll move over to the RuneLite client, but I'll make it in fixed screen instead. It's just this is a little easier for me to maintain the aspect ratio and stuff. But anyway, let's move on from that. Let's quickly have a look at my Grand Exchange. So as you can see here, we've done a couple of armor sets already. I can do 2 more as soon as 2 more helmets come through. And yeah, I suppose that's really it, to be honest. We've made probably about 500k just in these 4 flips of the armor sets. Once they all come through and they all complete, I'll have loads of money. I'll have 1.5 mil, so I think I'll be able to get a bond in this episode, or at least get close to a bond, which I'm kind of hoping for, because I'm hoping I've finished this video before the last one goes live. So I should have made my bond at least before I release the video, and then ruining these methods. It might not ruin them, to be fair. I imagine it'll still be profitable, but I'm making like 120k at the moment, which is ridiculous. The last thing I showed you on the last episode, I believe, was these flips here. I believe the Amulet of Accuracy was the last thing that I sold on the account. And as you can see, all I said was I bought these 4 sets here, and still waiting for the 2 helmets to buy. I bought 2 cloaks, got some spare cash, bought them for 105,000 coins, and again, I should be selling them for around about med price. I could probably sell them for a little bit higher, but at the moment they just don't seem to be selling. No one's buying these at the minute, and they are dropping a lot in price. Now whether that's because I've been merching, I mean, I highly doubt it. How many get traded per day? Between 10 and 20. Yeah, that could be my fault. I could be ruining the entire price of these. So I think what I'll do is, rather than put them in for that offer, I'll put them in for 120k. So I'll whack them in for 122k, and yeah, I mean, I'm going out tonight, going out for a curry, so I'll leave them in overnight, see how they are in the morning. But as you can see, we are set to make 1.5 mil. Well, sorry, we are set to make about 500k, giving us a grand total of 1.5 mil once these flips have completed. So yeah, it's all going really well, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Anyway, let's crack on with some games. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is more just of an update clip. I'm not finished with free to play just yet. We are still flipping the iron trimmed sets. Now legitimately, this is all I've been doing. I'm going to show you my history real quick. As you can see, we've done a couple of Amulets of Accuracy. Again, I'll leave them in overnight and see how it goes. But as you can see, it's mainly just been the the iron trimmed sets that we've been flipping. And if I scroll all the way down, these were the wolf cloaks that I was telling you about last time in the previous clip. So we haven't really done that many flips. Now, if I go ahead and show you what is currently in my Grand Exchange, we have about 1.2 mil in total in here, and in my bank we also have about 1.9 mil of loot, which is freaking insane, not gonna lie. We are pretty close to our bond already, and that's just literally from doing 1 item in free to play. The armor sets in free to play are just amazing, and I can't stress this enough, guys. If you are trying to make money in free to play, then by far the best way to do it, if you've got a bit of cash already, is just go ahead and start flipping items. Make sure you're using GE Tracker. Go to the set items and just find a set item that you can afford. Like, you might double your money, but if you've got 10k, that's a lot. And then just keep working up the list until you find an item like I did. Like I said, I'm making anywhere from 80 to 100k on these iron sets, maybe even a little bit more. You'll also notice that actually I was like putting some offers in here to buy them for 305k and then selling them for 325k. It's ridiculous. Like, you just make so much money from them. Yes, they are starting to take a little while to complete now, which is a shame. I imagine that's because I released my previous video. However, I didn't want to keep it a secret for too much longer. I kept that video sort of rendered and ready for a while, and I noticed I hadn't uploaded for like a week, so I thought it's about time I release a video, and that's probably what I'm gonna do with this one as well. Like, I might get the bond this episode, however, it is currently skyrocketing in value. I don't know if we can afford it. I actually can't check at the moment how much it is because my Grand Exchange, oh no, I can. Of course, there is the feature now. I always forget about this. So if we go to the bonds, the 4.3 mil, which is ridiculous. Like, it's so expensive. And it just keeps going up in price. Now, I don't know when it's going to stop. Hopefully soon, because in the UK, kids are off at the moment. Although I imagine that a lot of people that play this game are aged, well, are adults, but I could be wrong. I don't imagine there's many like school kids playing this game. I only know of like 1 or 2 in the clan chat, but yeah, as you can see so far, we're doing pretty well on the account. We've made about 3 mil. So what we started off with 1 mil this episode, and I've literally shown you in 20 trades, I think this is, or is it 40 now or whatever, that I've managed to make another 2 mil on top of that original 1 mil. Yes, like I said, it's taken a little while, but you can be doing this whilst you're doing something else on the side, whilst you're training your skills, or pretty much anything, whilst you're training combat and stuff, making a little bit of money there, here and there. Obviously it all adds up and it will all help out. I'm going to join you back when we probably hit around about 4 mil, and then I'll decide what we're doing from there. I might start flipping some other sets as well, because like I said, the iron sets now are just taking ages to buy, and these are selling for like 90k each at the moment. So I'm going to leave these in for a day and hopefully they buy. I had them in for 74k and they weren't buying after 2 days. So we'll just see how it goes, and yeah, I'll join you back later on. And we are joining you back again. This is the day after the previous clip I recorded. Now, I know my Grand Exchange offers have completed, however, I don't know exactly how much money we're going to have, but I want to show you a couple of the flips I did last night. Let's go into my bank real quick, and this is the first time in a long time I'm going to have some pure cash on the account. Not in items, nothing. Let's just go to here. If we collect everything, we should just have pure cash. Now, I left these in for 330 each, and they just weren't buying. So I put them in for 2350, as you can see there. Oh, sorry, 235,550, and they seem to have sold pretty quickly, to be honest. Probably should have left them in a little bit higher, but hey ho, doesn't matter now. They're done. Collecting that gives us 2.4 million GP. Now, as you can see here as well, the wolf cloaks are, well, I've sold 17 of them. I'm going to show you exactly how much we've made on these in a second, but let's have a quick look and see how much money's in there. 1.7 million GP. That is fantastic. 4.1 mil. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 4.1 million GP. We started this account with pretty much like 10k, and that was from doing Stronghold of Security. Not even that long ago, and we've hardly done any flips to get to this stage. I'm going to show you the history real quick. Now, as you can see, I was buying these capes for 80k each. I've been making 20k on each cape I've sold. It's ridiculous. This is actually insane money. Yeah. So at the moment, for me, the most profitable items are the iron trim sets and the wolf cloak. Now, you probably heard me bang on about this entire episode, but that's all I've been doing. Like, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Simple as that. I'm going to go ahead now and reinvest this entire 4 million GP, and hopefully we should be able to afford ourselves a bond. Now, I don't know if I'm going to buy a bond this episode, and the reason for that is just because if I buy a bond, I'll have literally no money left at all on the account. I probably could snag a bond if I left it in, but then again, I'd be starting again from nothing, and I'd only have 14 days to make it all back. Now, I think I can do that quite easily. However, I just don't know how much time I'm going to have over the next 14 days to do so. So what I'm going to do instead is just flip to around about 5 mil. And then, of course, I'll be able to play about with 800k or so in members to make that money back quickly enough to get our next bond. But the goal of hitting a bond has pretty much been achieved, like, now. And this is only our, what? I think it's our 3rd episode, which is ridiculous. 3 episodes to get a bond. How many episodes do you reckon it's going to take us to get to 100 mil, the goal that we want? Now, I know you guys are probably finding this a little bit boring, just me flipping these 2 items. If there is anything in particular you want me to invest in, or have a look at flipping, or even do a video on, or a guide or anything like that, then please do let me know in the comments section down below. I'm going to carry on doing this video for now though. We'll get to around about 5 mil I think before we do pull the plug on this episode, and then we're buying our bond, and yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm actually really shocked that it's gone this well. I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, it is phenomenal. Anyway, boys and girls, I'll join you back when we have made a little bit more money. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to finish up this episode. Now, again, I I want to profusely apologise for the fact that all I've done pretty much this episode is flip armor sets, but this is flipping in free-to-play. By far, the most efficient way to do it is what you have seen me doing on this channel. Anyway, let's go ahead. I just want to collect. Oh, also, you'll notice that I managed to fix the fix mode without it messing up my client and my recording. So by the next episode, I'll record everything like this, as long as you guys are okay with that. Anyway, let's withdraw all that money, and then let's have a look at what we've got sat in our collection. As you can see here, in one of these stacks, we already have enough for a bond. Let's just collect all that. 6.5 million GP, and that is all in free-to-play. That is freaking insane. Like, I can buy a bond now and flip easily enough. I just can't explain how easy that is. Like, I didn't even notice I'd made that much money, to be honest. I've been doing it on my mobile, so if you look here, I've literally been buying armor sets, turning them into, buying individual armor pieces, turning them to sets, and just selling them for a ridiculous profit. Yeah, did a couple of wolf cloaks as well. As you can see here, got some for nearly 60k. That was a bargain. If I'd have saved them as well, they've gone back up to 100k, so I could have pretty much doubled my money on them. But that's pretty much all I've been doing. As you can see, it's just flipping the armor sets and the wolf cloaks. Again, bought an amazing amount here, 80k, and I sold them for 100k, 20k profit on each one. I did sell some more as well somewhere else. That doesn't quite add up, but yeah, I'm sure it works out somewhere if you just keep looking around. But anyway, boys and girls, that is where I'm ending this episode. I'm going to put some offers in now for some bonds. I'm going to check out, I'm going to put an offer in for a bond. I'm going to find out what they're going for and try and undercut someone and get a cheap bond going as soon as possible. And of course, next episode, we'll be flipping in members. Look at that, 4.3 mil for a bond. That is actually ridiculously expensive. Oh, rip.